Welcome to the UWC Network Podcasts, which is brought to you by UWC4Life.com. Visit the shop and help support this project and others. The ideas expressed on these podcasts are not necessarily the thoughts of the UWC Network. They should all be taken with a grain of Dash. The podcast's subject matter may be controversial or polarizing. Relax, Snowflake. If you have any issues with the content or talent, you are more than welcome to tell us on our hotline.
315-791-2280. That's 315-791-2280.
By listening to the podcasts, you have waived your rights to sue. Thanks, Dandelion.
Welcome to Social Anarchist.
Oh, feel good! All release my power! America!
What's going on, everybody? My name is Christopher X. XO is Marxist Spot. I'm being joined by Positive Panda.
That is me. I am she.
She claims to be positive.
Well,
Panda.
it's all relative.
It's something. So, we've been gone a while. It's been a couple weeks. Without any word, no update, nothing. We just been gone. Like a prom date. Like 1 second we're there, and then, some shit goes down, and then,
Let's do a cheers real quick.
What are we cheering? What are we cheering?
Well, you gotta raise your glass.
I'm raising my glass.
Cheers to anybody who noticed. Thank you. Thank you.
I did get a couple messages, more than just hailing. So it was all right. That made me feel like, okay, we got to get back on it. In fact, at one point, I was talking to Panda over here about getting a couple more. I don't know, just a couple more podcasts out there. Maybe doing this more than once a week. Which, I know you're sitting back right now going, you guys can't even stick to one day. But ironically, I think if we did it more than one day, we'd be more like, we got to do the podcast, it's more of a routine, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you know what another benefit would be? The news would actually be news. Like, as in it would be current.
Yeah.
And not yesterday's. Or last week's. Or the week before.
We also used to do a lot more news.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be more up to doing, more news.
I'm not.
What? Why not?
Because I like having a news story that we can speak more in depth about versus, hey, let me read 3 headlines to you that you've probably already heard about with nothing to add. Moving on. Like, that's what it felt like to me before.
It wasn't like that, but thank you.
Well, that's how I felt. So.
Well, it wasn't like that.
I know, I'm not alone.
Yeah, you're the only one who says that.
No.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who says it, yes.
No, you're the only one who said it.
Yes. Am I the only one who felt it? No.
No, who else? Name one.
No.
Name one person.
Pass.
Okay, exactly, because there was no one.
No, there was.
Lies. Fucking lies.
So.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then, then we're going to come back and you can do your news.
Yay. Positive news.
Is it?
No.
God, you're such a liar. It better be so positive that my eyes will bleed.
I am positive. I am excited to talk about it.
Okay. Mark out for these words.
Okay, so picture this image in your mind. 3.5 years ago, I walk into First Print Comics at 1548 Buffalo Road in Rochester, and what do I see? It's tall, thick, hard, and bright pink. It's the Paper Girls. Book 1. I fell in love the second I opened it. That's what draws me to comics. The colors, the art. And ever since then, Mike, who owns First Print on Buffalo Road, knows just what to recommend. Whether it's Lady Killer, a 1950s housewife who's also a killer for hire, or Alex and Ada, if you want to see what it's like to fall in love with a robot, or 8 billion genies. I'm not sure if you want to know what it's like to know what would happen when every human on this planet has access to a genie that can grant a wish. But if you do, and you're like me, go to First Print Comics. That's 1548 Buffalo Road, Rochester.
Holy God, sometimes you just don't want to go to Facebook, you don't want to go to Twitter, you just want to look at a picture and either like it or ignore it or just keep moving on. Well, guess what? The UWC at UWC for Life has its own Instagram. Follow us. See our crazy, wacky adventures. Follow us on to Instagram TV, where you get exclusive stuff that you'll only see on Instagram TV. Stay in the now, stay in the wow. UWC for Life on Instagram.
This is Lumberjack Brian. I just want to let you guys know you should really hit up Facebook.com/UWC for Life. It is too
Can't say that.
Can't say it?
Can't say that. That's registered trademark.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Totally. There's a lawsuit about it right now.
From who?
From the guys that own it. The big guys. Yeah.
They seriously trademarked that?
Yeah, they did.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Hey, you can just give the address. Just give the address again.
Just give the address.
Yeah, just go.
Facebook.com/UWC for Life.
UWC Network News.
A wise person said, Taylor, speaking about Taylor Swift, is not important. She might be a safe space for girls, and she's probably the Madonna of now, but she's not interesting as an artist. Courtney Love.
Ooh.
Right? Isn't it didn't she allegedly kill her husband, or at least was the reason why he died?
I don't even care. I'm stuck on what she said.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I'm conflicted.
Why? Do you think it's accurate? I think
I don't know.
Taylor Swift is amazing.
Because I feel like that's insulting.
But is it an observation, or was she trying to be insulting?
I don't know. That's why I'm conflicted.
Did she just call Madonna unimportant as an artist?
But exactly, because I was that little girl with my best friend at the time.
Oh God, if you tell this fucking story where you're out there and
yes.
you did the fashion show again.
Fashion show?
Oh, never mind. Anyway, go on.
We had a broken picnic table
yes,
in
this is
my
the
friend's
goddamn story. You already told this story.
Not on air.
Get it.
Air,
yes, you have.
because we're on air.
Yeah, no, you. Oh.
And anyway, we had
a new story.
We made a stage out of it, and we would pretend to be one of two people while we pranced around to our music blasting on our cassette player.
So who was your person?
Either Whitney Houston.
Oh, what?
Oh, specifically, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Wait, what cousin?
Not a cousin, a friend.
Oh, was she black?
No.
Oh, okay. And somebody decided to be
or Madonna, Like a Virgin. We didn't know. We did not know. We were young. I don't know if that's really a great defense, but it's true.
It's not.
And I'm just like, so maybe because girls want to be Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't sing like Madonna.
Let's break it down like that. Madonna did things like wear cones bras on stage at MTV. Mm-hmm. Taylor Swift is known for being interrupted during her acceptance speech.
That's not the same fucking thing.
I don't know. I'm trying to find similarities.
No, there is none. You know who has similarities with
They're
Madonna?
white.
Like everything with Britney Spears and everything with Christina Aguilera. Fuck, even Katy Perry. Those three right there all have things that are like, the first two are kind of in the same genre, same like decade-ish.
I hate to interrupt, but how is this news?
I don't know. I just saw it was a very interesting quote.
Oh.
Because I was like, that's really fucked up. And because I thought the same thing. Was she insulting her, or was she insulting her, or was she just making an observation? Or is she just high because she's fucking Courtney Love? When was the last time she was relevant?
Or another option, because I don't know how many options you already gave.
Yeah.
She's just trying to be relevant.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, let me say something that will grab people's attention.
And look at that.
Because who even knows that I was in Hole?
In where?
Hole.
What's Hole?
HOLE.
Oh, yeah, she wasn't she?
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
job, Courtney Love. You did it.
So
mission accomplished. Hang your banner, girl. Hang your banner.
And how many people know that she was with Kurt Cobain at this point?
Everybody knew that.
Do they, though?
Yeah.
Do the Swifties know?
Yeah.
The young Swifties?
If they know Kurt, yes.
So how better to stay relevant than to make a comment that is...
What?
like she made. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, now we've spent too much time on her. We spent way too much. All right, what's your news? What's your news?
So, round of applause, a second toast, whatever you want to do. Congratulations, USA.
Mm-hmm.
We have now, for the first time in our country's history, indicted and put on trial and sentenced, because they were found guilty, the parents of a teen who shot up a school.
That is awesome. That sounds fucked up to say. That's awesome.
Is it?
It is awesome. Because
Why?
it always goes back to the parents. The parents, you know, everybody says, oh man, that person was so crazy. Did the parents give them the access to the stuff?
So is everything that your children have done wrong directly your fault to where you should also receive a punishment?
No. Those are
exactly.
Yeah.
Would you like actual information about how this came to be?
I thought you were going to give me some. You're asking me questions and
so
not the answer. Jeez.
This started back in 2021. Mm-hmm. At the time, he was 15 years old. His name was Ethan Crumley. And he went into school. And during lunch, he went into the bathroom where he pulled out his backpack in which that morning he had hidden his gun.
Wait, he had a gun?
And went out and shot.
No. He had a gun. Like,
yes.
He personally owned a gun.
Yes, I will explain that. And he shot people. He killed 4, injured 6.
And where did this happen?
What's that?
Where did this happen?
Michigan.
Okay.
So, background to that.
Shout out to Michael Joseph Blood.
So, what I had to... Because he lives in Michigan.
Because he lives in Michigan. Port Huron.
I had to, look at all sorts of news sources, watch YouTube videos, thank you, all of the above, AP, NBC, Fox, whatever.
So you really did some research on this one.
And I ended up making a list because I was so conflicted. And the list is, what did he do?
Okay.
It includes a bulleted list of what did the parents actually know?
Okay.
A bulleted list of what did the school know? And then sort of comparing them all.
So what was your final synopsis?
Based on the information I have, I do not believe that the parents should have been convicted.
Really? Okay, here we go. Why?
So,
well, hold on.
Before you
fuck you, I hate that.
I know.
Before you get into that.
Okay.
Now, this is you just said, this is the first, parents to ever be convicted for what their child did, with the mass shooting. Which we've had so many. Do we have them,
no.
a couple a year? Yeah, we do.
No, I said now, because I was going to say something.
But, that being said, you're saying they shouldn't have been convicted at all.
Now, if you're actually listening...
All right, here we go.
Know this. I just said no, they should not have been convicted. This is coming from the mouth of someone who not too long ago was like, you know what? We don't need guns, period. Get rid of them all.
When the hell did you say that?
4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh, before you got with me. Okay.
Essentially. Yes. Not even.
Then she came to the light.
Honest. I was like, that was my stance.
Okay. Very liberal. Very liberal.
What had happened was...
I hate when you say that shit.
I had to do it again.
Anybody who says that, you fucking...
Okay.
Anyway.
What the school knew, let's do it this way.
All right, what did the school know?
Is that for a period of time, I'm not exactly certain based on my research, they knew that Ethan was doing drawings of guns, writing things on papers, even a math test, saying that he was like hearing voices and...
Like paranoid schizophrenic, like I'm hearing voices sort of thing?
Yes, exactly. Ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm one of those.
So... the parents, what they knew
Okay.
is that he had periodically, as far as I can tell, mostly through text message, I think I'm unclear, possibly through conversations, had said that he was seeing things and he was hearing things, like demons throwing stuff around his house, and
Now,
he needed help.
Okay, did they ever take him to like a doctor?
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Short answer, no.
Really?
So, and this is where I wish I knew the time frame. I can't find it. But all I know is prior to the shooting is this happened. And in fact, some of the text messages went ignored. Like the mom didn't even respond to them. So 4 days prior to the shooting, at some point before that, he had said he wanted a gun. And 4 days prior to the shooting, the dad brings him and buys him a gun. And there's video footage of him with mom going and shooting. Mm-hmm. And you could, I'm guessing this is not the first time with a gun. Like, they've been around guns before. That kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And the morning of the shooting, he takes the gun from an unlocked box and does his thing. However, prior to him doing his thing and shooting people, he draws this gun, writes this statement about, you know, needing help, wanting to do bad things.
Hold on.
Yes.
So he wrote a manifesto.
Well, a manifesto is manifesto.
But that's what it sounds like.
It's not a manifesto.
Okay, well.
So teacher says, probably not good. Informs, you know, the counselor, the social worker.
As well as they should.
They call the parents in. The parents come in. They say, here's what he's done. We strongly recommend that within the next 48 hours, you find help for him. You take him to counseling.
Okay.
You should probably take him from school. They declined to take him from school.
Okay.
No one checked his backpack after seeing this drawing.
All right.
And to be honest, they did not admit that they'd bought him a gun 4 days prior either.
Okay.
They leave. Dad gets word that there's a shooting. He checks, sees the gun is gone, calls the police and says, I don't know, it might be my son. The gun is gone. So on and so forth. Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
The judge's argument and the reason that they were convicted, the judge literally said this is not about bad parenting, but it is about ignoring reasonably foreseeable possibilities, right? Here's the thing. In all of the research I did, there was never any mention of harming someone else.
Okay.
I also know, and I researched it, because we live in New York and this is Michigan, that mandated reporters are a thing, even in the state of Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple things here. For me, based on the fact that the parents didn't even see the writings that the school saw, because there were other things the school saw that the parents did not know.
Okay.
At one point, Ethan, the son, even lied to a counselor and said, oh, no, this is just drawings from a video game. So the counselor didn't think to say, oh no, this is serious. The counselor bought into it. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, we're expecting the parents to do differently. So if we are going to stand on the ground, the parents should have known.
I'm going to give you my verdict after
I
you're
know.
done. Okay.
Then in my opinion, the school should also be guilty and people there should also be charged and sent to jail. However, and like I said, for me and everything I found, there was never any threat of harming anyone else. Okay. And here's why. Because still I'm like, okay, but that's stupid. And well, you know what? Unfortunately, a lot of people are stupid. Unfortunately, there's no laws saying the gun has to be locked up. And I also know that as a parent or just the family member of a loved one, you do not see things the way that everyone else sees them. You don't.
Okay.
You don't see in your kids what other people see. You don't see in your spouse what other people see. You don't see it. And I'll give you a great example, and I'm going to get really personal here. I have a master's degree in counseling, a bachelor's degree in psychology, and it took my daughter reaching out to me and saying, I need help, for me to notice, and then look back and go, oh, you do. My first marriage, my ex-husband used to say he had other personalities and had names for them. And I thought it was a joke. Guess what? It's not. Because he even told my daughter that. And we're in agreement that at this point we know it's not a joke. It's real. And what if he had done something? Should I have known? Maybe. But did I know? Could I have actually foreseen anything? No. So now you put yourself taking those things into consideration into these parents' shoes. That's where I'm at. Go ahead.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. My personal opinion? Yeah, fuck those parents. They should be in jail. Because mistake number one was they bought the kid a fucking gun. He's a kid. He shouldn't have had a gun. Period. They did not make sure that the area where the gun was supposed to be secure was locked. You know, that's on them too. All right. They saw things. They did see things. You know, wasn't to the extent of the school, and they did nothing. When they were told things, they did not take their kid out of school. So yeah, fuck those parents. They deserve to get burned. The kids that got killed and hurt need to put up a lawsuit against the parents. I don't know how that would work if they're already locked up, but also against the school itself because of the lack of diligence on their part and taking care of the situation and seeing the stuff, because they have mandated reporters and they did nothing. They took the word of a child over the things that they saw in front of their faces. And I understand the whole logic of, well, if it's your kid, you don't see them the same way. These are paid fucking professionals, or at least they're supposed to be. And their job is to see it that way.
Right.
They do not, they have no personal connection to this kid other than the fact that they go to the school and they see them there.
I would agree with that.
So, that being said, they should have said something. So yeah, I think the parents should be locked the fuck up because they ruined this kid. They ruined themselves. Through them, proxy through them, other kids are dead because of their actions and their negligence.
May I ask you a question?
Hold on, I'm not done.
Okay.
So that being said, boom. That's why I say that. As for the school, like I said, fuck, man. What's her name? Nicole Simpson's family went after OJ in a civil trial and got paid, right? These people need to be compensated. They need something for their pain and suffering. They're never going to get their kids back, but guess what? There needs to be some fucking justice, and the school needs to, own up to it. They need to fucking take care of these families. Which way they can. Anything they need. So, that's my personal opinion about the whole thing.
And you know what? That's why I'm conflicted. Because I can't honestly, emotionally speaking, disagree with anything you just said. And even some of my reasoning was emotionally based. Here's the thing. Looking at fact and law, that makes it different. The fact is,
the judge said, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the judge said, this is not a thing of bad parenting. The fuck it wasn't. When counselors and people tell you your kid's been drawing this shit, and you bought him a gun, and you ignored it, and when the counselors, when they said you need to take him in somewhere within the next 48 hours.
May I remind you, he never once.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't even finish what I was saying.
You know what? Showing anybody getting harmed?
He never once wrote about, drew, or threatened.
Doesn't matter.
Can I finish? He never once wrote, said, drew about, nothing harming someone else. Never, never, ever, ever. He never did. They didn't break a law. They're allowed to buy a gun. They're allowed to have it in the house unlocked. Is it a smart decision?
To buy
Obviously
a child
not.
a gun?
And for him to use it, yeah, they even took him legally to a shooting range to shoot
to a
it.
shooting range. They shouldn't. You know what? They should have. Anyway, whatever.
They didn't break a law. So when you're talking about the law, they should not be convicted. They shouldn't.
The fact that they were fucking counseled to have their child, looked at. They didn't do it.
Here's the thing.
They chose not to.
This is going to get personal. Have you ever tried to find counseling?
Excuse me?
Have you ever tried to find counseling?
For what?
I have.
For killing someone or thinking about killing someone? No, not at all.
No, just counseling. Have you had to go through the experience for finding it for you or even someone else? I have. Guess what? Last time I tried, I couldn't even get a response. So the idea that they could even take him from school and get him into counseling, to me, is not even feasible.
Oh.
So this incident tells me some things. It tells me maybe we should have laws changed around guns, but not the laws that people are focusing on. Like, how about it has to be kept locked? How about, things of that nature? It tells me that we need to start prosecuting people who are mandated reporters who are not doing their jobs. And it tells me that I had another thought and I lost it.
Yeah.
But anyway. Oh, and it tells me that we need to take mental health more seriously, because you should not spend, in my experience, weeks trying to find a mental health provider with no response.
Yeah, I agree.
It wouldn't take me weeks if I needed, to be treated for a heart attack or a sprained ankle. It shouldn't be any different.
All right. Let's take a break. Mark out for these words. Oh my god, it's Wednesday. I gotta do a podcast. We gotta do a podcast. I gotta get in the right mindset. What am I gonna do? Oh my god, it's Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Day. I gotta get down to First Print on 1548 Buffalo Road. Mike knows what to do. He's got my bag ready for me. I don't even have to look around the store. I do, though. I always do. I always end up getting something extra. But he always has my bag ready for me. And it's Wednesday, so I gotta get there. Down to 1548 Buffalo Road to First Print Comics. Go to uwc4life.com. That's uwc4life.com. And you can watch the final chapters of Underworld Champions under UWC TV. Check that out. Get the personalized merchandise of some of the workers there. And that's at uwc4life.com.
Rager Gator. Jaws a party.
Yo, hardest MC alive. My name is Christopher X. X always marks the spot.
Heal shit! I'm not talking off the cross. Bringing you back to life shit. I'm talking about thumbing you in the eye, kicking you in the face while slapping thigh. Real. Heal shit! The type of shit that makes old ladies jump out of their seats, swinging their canes, trying to slap you in the face shit. Heal shit! The kind of shit that makes those pretty bitches look away, but they end up still staring. Heal shit! The type of shit that makes little kids put their hands in front of their eyes, but they peek through their fingers shit. Heal shit! The kind of shit that makes people go, oh, this is real. Yeah, cause it's real. Heal shit! Why waste your time playing babyface to a bunch of freaking rubes that ain't gonna remember the place when they leave because they too drunk on they fake ass wine and beer and shit. Fuck that. Heal shit! You need to throw shit into the crowd. Go nuts, go wild. Let them know why you here and why they paying that money to come see that real. Heal shit! Now let's talk about them rats that always end up on their back. Don't belong in the locker room, but that's the only place they at. Yo, who just threw that? Yo, you see that? Yo, you! I saw you do that. It's not 1996. Man, cut the beat. You think that shit was funny, huh? I should rush you right now, you piece of shit. Yo, you don't think I'll come down there? You piece of shit? Yeah, you heard me. Man, I'm about to show you what some real heal shit is Hot Tag.
Thumb you in the eye, yeah.
Heel shit.
Gonna slap you once and twice. Close my fist.
Heel shit.
I don't care what the referee says.
Heel shit.
I hit him quick, then I turn around, talk some shit.
Heel shit.
Turn back around and I choke you for a bit. Let him count to 4. He's not gonna go further than that though. He can't catch me though, cause I'm on that
heel shit.
Yeah, on that really heel shit. Yeah, gonna pick him up, hit him with the kitchen sink, gloat a little bit.
Heel shit.
Hit him down, get him on the ground, rake his eyes out a little bit. Gotta help him see, gonna choke him out in front of all the girls right over there in row 3.
Heel shit.
Now they're looking at him, crying and begging. But guess what? He's not gonna get up.
Heel shit.
Yeah, now he's coming back around, trying to fight back. But I can't, gotta stomp him to the ground. Falsey number 2 hit it out the park. He fucking failed again. Gonna roll him up quick, pull the tights. 1, 2, 3 in this bitch.
Heel shit.
Then I'm gonna gloat, talk shit about how I'm gonna sleep with his mom.
Heel shit.
Then I'm gonna say fuck this town. And I'm gonna go have a ball all around.
Christopher X. Thoos. That's my son. On some real heel shit. You've been warned. Social Anarchist. Haha, the album. I mean, you know, Natalia's used to that shit, you know. She gets paid for it. Anyway, you had another news thing.
Yes, I did. But
Right.
now I'm sitting here wondering how many times shit was said in that song.
Well, it's heel shit.
Yeah.
It's a special shout out to Tiger Kid, my son. He has a fight tomorrow, and I'm gonna be there. And I'm looking forward to seeing him go out to the ring in front of people and wrestle a little bit. He's gonna be in Ultimate Wrestling's Ultimate Rumble. And I have had my fucking history with UW, and I was assured by my brother that it's a different owner and it's different, and yeah. So I'm hoping my son has a good experience there. I'm looking forward to seeing HC Loke and a few of the other local, like, bigger names that are going to be there. So it'll be nice. It'll be like a little family reunion. So, all right. What was that other? Huh?
I said I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
The other news piece I took note of because, as I said before, like for many years, my stance was get rid of all the guns, right?
Yep.
And I always thought that people who would say, "Oh, well, if you're going to get rid of those, you got to get rid of," and listing the things off.
Yeah, stupid shit.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, right. And one of my go-tos was like, right, because I'm going to turn on the news and hear, oh, there's been a mass stabbing.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
There was a mass stabbing.
Last week in Sydney, Australia, there was a mass fucking stabbing. In fact...
How do you have a mass stabbing?
In fact...
Is it
more dead and injured than the mass shooting?
Ooh,
6 dead, 12 injured.
Ooh. That's fucking horrible.
And so I'm talking to my friend about it the other day, and she's like, well, yeah, because it's a knife. Stab, keep going. Stab, keep going. Guns jam up. Guns can run out of bullets. Yeah,
run out of bullets.
Yep. You just keep going, and I'm sitting there going,
that's fucked up.
I am a fucking moron.
Yeah.
So yes, there can in fact be a mass stabbing.
That's
which I won't try to get into, but that could generate a whole other discussion stemming from what we just talked about.
That's just fucking stupid.
Because part of our argument was the gun not being locked up, right? So we got to lock up our kitchen knives now too? Yeah. Food for thought.
Yeah.
That's It's time for everyone's favorite part of the podcast. You know what I'm talking about. When things get a little bit spicy, they get a little personal. And in fact, this could be considered therapy if any of us were qualified. It's time for All Up In Your Salsa.
Hey, Panda, you got anything? You got anything for the salsa?
I mean, the question isn't, do I have anything? It's, do I have anything I want to share here?
Oh my God, just share something. Fucking A, you're yes, please share something. You got all personal with the fucking news story. Share your salsa.
I am not a fan of being a female and getting old.
Okay. Yeah.
And the things it does to the female.
Yeah, the wrinkles and the saggy boobs and no?
Well, you gotta have boobs to sag. Wah, wah, wah. No. The other part of the female anatomy. Anyway. Thick. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's your salsa for today.
I am looking forward to the summer because all will be healed and gone and in the past.
Okay. All right.
And there is light at the end of this very fucking long tunnel.
Yes, it's been a long tunnel. So, is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. My salsa. You know, with my son, you know, wrestling so much now, like he's had a couple pro matches already. You know, after we were doing the stuff in for Underworld Champions, you know, he went out, he got into Ground Zero. It's a wrestling school here in Rochester, New York, and has actually got on to like Excite Wrestling, you know, out in Binghamton. He's about to do UW. Ground Zero has its own show. Like he's getting around, you know, he's doing stuff, which is great. But it's got me like reflecting on myself, and just reflecting on myself and reflecting on good times and then reflecting on the awesome bad times, you know, because there was a few, you know, with the indie trolls and all them. And it's like one thing that was brought up by a piece of shit, you know, family member, my cousin. He used to call me Lunchbox, right? You know, after Jay and Silent Bob, because that's what, you know, Jay used to call Silent Bob's Lunchbox, you know, because of my weight and everything. Which, you know, you think about it, he would say this behind my back to the indie trolls, you know, even to Perez, you know. And when I found out about it, I was just like, kind of stunned at first, like, wow, like, that's not fucking cool. Like, that's not cool at all. I mean, one, that you're talking shit about me behind my back, but the second that that's what you're calling me, right? Yeah. You know, and mind you, throughout my my thing, that is one thing that they would always bring up, would be like my weight, depending on who. They'd bring up, you know, I'm out of shape, I'm out, you know, this, whatever. You know, fat and whatnot. And I'm like thinking to myself, that's all you can say about me? You know? And then I start looking at some of the different indie feds in the area. And nothing against any of them. You know, any of the guys. You know, because we're all human beings and we all go through changes and stuff. But, you know, point me out a roster that's not 80% overweight and possibly middle-aged. Yeah, think about that. And this is the very thing, even to this last fucking round that I went with them, they're still bringing up my weight. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, damn, there's a lot of heavyweight guys around here. But yet none of them are touched. Because you know why? It's a popularity contest. They like them, they don't like me. You know, and reflecting on that today was just like, I thought about that all day today. And I shouldn't give them, you know, the free rent, and I did. And that's my bad for doing it. I'm angry at myself for doing that. I won't do it again, because I'm past the point, because I'm thinking to myself, Kevin Smith is pretty cool, so if you want to call me Lunchbox, that's on you. Do you think it's hurting me? You must enjoy that strap-on that's going in and out of your ass with a sandpaper condom, because it ain't bothering me. How about that? Anyway. Alright, you know what? Let's mark out for some words. Words!
So you're a fan of the podcast? Show us by wearing our merch, by going to uwcforlife.com and picking one out. Buy a shirt. They're 1 for $18 or 2 for $36. Buy the shirt.
Oof. This podcast was longer than I thought it would be today. I don't know.
Well, if you've listened this far,
yeah,
and you want to take a little bit of your time that you won't get back, go to Hulu and check out Sins of the Parents, The Crumley Trials. Episode 1 is out. Let me know what you think.
What is that?
It's about the parents that I was just talking about.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
It came out right after I put all of my research and information together.
Are you serious?
Yep, but it doesn't matter because they presented very little. It's all about repeating themselves over.
Why, you watched it already?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thanks for waiting for me. Well, if we're going to do that, we're going to give people recommendations to go watch something. I don't know if any of you have done this, and this is an oldie, okay? And a lot of people shit on it when it came out. But if you have the opportunity to, watch Sucker Punch by Zack Snyder, because it's a fucking phenomenal movie visually, and the story is interesting. And it's actually kind of a musical, if I remember correctly. I'm going to have to rewatch that again. But tomorrow, going to a wrestling show. There might be some Shooting with Friends coming out pretty soon, where Tiger Smith is going to interview different indie workers in the area. And those might be coming out very, very soon. Look for them on Saturdays if they come out, because they allegedly might. Is that a way of saying a bad secret? Is that a bad secret?
That was weird.
I just
awkward.
Gave the whole thing.
But just in case you missed it at the beginning, because we never mention it ever throughout the course of our podcast, if you want to tell us how much you like us, how much you don't, you want to give your opinion on whether or not parents should be convicted, whatever it is, you could also call us at 315-791-2280.
Did you write that down?
One more time. That's 315-791-2280. Or comment on our Facebook.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody
at UWC for Life.
That's a number 4, life.com. All right, guys. You have a great weekend. Do something fun. Do something productive for humanity. Help somebody out. Save an animal. Ride a cowboy. I'll talk to you guys later. Did that make sense?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.